I'm going to share to you how God helped me pay off my mortgage in this apartment. This apartment, guys, is not cheap. This apartment is expensive, but maybe not for you, but for me, it is. It costs now around $500,000, and my mortgage that time was so much. Actually, I had two apartments before. I sold the first apartment, and I was able to recoup all the money from that and pay down my total mortgage. My total mortgage that time when I have two apartments was around almost $500,000 also. So here guys, I'm going to share you how God helped me find the way, prepare the right people, also prepare the right path for me to go so that I can get this opportunity. Because guys, some opportunity that you think that you found is opportunity, but sometimes it's not the opportunity that God wants you to take. God wants you to take the opportunity that He placed, because when you take this opportunity that He intended you to take, you will be blessed. But if you take the opportunity that you think it's an opportunity, but it's not God's opportunity for you, you will be lost. Instead of you grabbing this, you will lost it because you took another thing. So you need to choose, guys. Do you want to go in God's way or do you want to go on your way? But I tell you the truth, guys. God knows everything. He also knows and He also owns everything. God can give you this opportunity, but if you're not ready for this opportunity, how can God give you this? So the first thing, guys, that you need to do so that you can get the opportunity, you need also to do your part. See here, guys, the farmer has a seed. This seed, you need to plant it. If you don't plant it, how can this grow? If you just put the seed on the table, how can this grow? If you put the seed in your cabinet, how can it grow? So I have a seed here. I'll just show you guys. So actually, I have a seed here. And this seed is called watermelon seed. I'll just need to take, okay? This seed, guys, I took this seed from watermelon maybe a couple of years ago, okay? And then this seed, see guys, can you see? See here? Can you see? Yeah. See this seed? This seed is still a seed. This seed is still a seed because I didn't plant it. But guys, if I plant this, find a good soil, I plant this, I water it, then this one will grow. And this part, guys, is the most important. When you plant the seed, God will bless it. But you need to do your part. How can God bless something that you didn't plant? If I didn't plant this, how can God bless this? You need to do your part also, guys. How can you follow God? You can follow God through His Word. So it's like this, guys. We pray to be able to talk to God. This is like communication. And God talks to us through people, through His book, His Bible, His Word. And also He talks to a lot of things. Can be text, can be TV. Before He talked to me the first time on television, imagine. My mom also, He talked to television. Oh, this is very important, guys. I don't want to go off topic right now, but it's very powerful. So guys, if you want to pay off your mortgage, if you want to pay off your debt, if you want to be free from these credit card loans, guys, this is the secret. You need to read His Word. The borrower is slave to the lender. The borrower is slave to the lender. Okay, guys, here. If we borrow something, we need to pay it. If we don't pay it, we will be in trouble. So now we're like in chain, okay? Okay, maybe you want to buy your house and you don't have the payment yet to buy the full amount. Okay, you take the loan, but make sure you need to pay it as much as possible, as fast as much possible. So this apartment, guys, I took a loan with this apartment in 2016. So now is 2025, so it's approximately 9 years. And I was able to pay this full amount last year. So within 8 years, I paid down this apartment. Okay? Within 8 years. I have a 30-year mortgage plan, but within 8 years of having this loan, paid it. How can you pay it, guys? How can I pay it? I was only working in a 9 to 5 job, and I worked there for they pay me hourly. So I worked there for 8 hours. They pay me for 8 hours. If I stop working, no income, and it's not so much because I was working in the hospital before. There I just help them sterilize the instrument. So it's not like I'm getting paid so much, but I was able to have this so much amount of wealth because of God. So God placed people in front of me so that when I meet this person, I will be guided to this other person, and this other person, he will guide me there. But God prepared these people. How can you follow what God intended you to do if you don't communicate to Him? If you just do it by your own way, you will miss these important persons that God placed in your life. So if you want to pay down your mortgage faster, first you need to plant the seed. Okay? No. First, actually, you need to get the seed because maybe you don't have the seed yet. To be able to get this seed, to be able to get this watermelon seed, to be able to get this seed, so you need actually, guys, to get some opportunity to earn income. So it can be from your 9 to 5, like me before, 9 to 5. It's hard, I know. It's like selling your life, but it's for the moment because you're getting seeds. After you get your seeds, maybe you can also get your seed through business, but not a lot of people have the opportunity to start their business so early. Usually they start 18, some of them 25, and then they work for someone. And when you work for someone, you will get some seed like this. Okay, when you get this seed, this opportunity, because some of your seed you need to give to someone else, because this someone else is either you're renting that time, or you have some bills, or you need some clothes, you need some food. So some of the seed that you get, you need to give away, but some of the seed you must keep, because if you give all of your seed, how can you plant? You need some seed to be able to plant, right? So if you save at least 10 to 20% of what you earn, then you will have a seed, then you can plant it. Huh? Then you will plant it. So I started actually around 2011 because I was living in the Philippines before, and then I transferred here to Scandinavia in Norway. And then here my salary compared to the Philippines and here multiplied by a lot, maybe 20 times. Because there in the Philippines, as a nurse, as a registered nurse, I need to pay to be able to work. I need to pay them to be able to get the experience. Guys, listen, I need to pay them to be able to work and have the experience. Here, I work here, they pay me multiple times, a lot of times. So God transferred me from another place to this another place. So when you get the seed, guys, when you get the seed, you need to find a place where you can plant the seed with a good soil. Because if you plant this seed in the sandy soil, it will be hard for the seed to grow. But if you plant it in a healthy soil, it will grow faster. So when I transferred here, I needed to learn the language. It was hard because new culture. But when I was starting to grow very fast. Huh? When you grow very fast and you are from another country, you are more stronger than usual, because in other countries like in the Philippines, it's very hard living. So now you have an advantage because you are used to hard work. You are used to not spending so much money. You are used to have a simple lifestyle. But when you transfer to another country, you maintain this lifestyle, and then you gather the seed, and then you give some of the seed, and then you take some of the seed and then plant it. So first, when I was able to save at least 10 to 20% of my income, I put it only in the bank with high interest rate, just to be able to not lose the value of the money because of inflation. Not to earn, but just to keep the value of the money. Because when the opportunity comes, you must be ready. So guys, when the opportunity came to me, I was ready because I have the seed already, okay? I have the down payment for my first apartment. So when I go to the bank, the bank asks me to have these pay slips. So I have a work. So give me the contract, give me the past payment of the tax. So I've done a lot of this, and then the next question is, where is your down payment? So if you have these things and you don't have the down payment, then how can the bank give you? See? So everything is in place. I was prepared. And then when you give it to the bank, and in return, they will give you a mortgage, and then you will have the opportunity to control an apartment. To have an apartment, you need to manage it. It's not like renting, because in renting, some of the maintenance is from the owner. So when you own your first apartment, you need to be prepared, because there's a lot of things that you're not prepared, maybe because it's your first apartment. So before you get your apartment, you need to do your research. You need to find which place is best to buy. Is it okay to buy the city, and because it's closer to everything, or it's better to live in a little bit farther from the city because that's the only budget that you have. But for me, guys, God gave me the opportunity to buy this apartment in the very central city. This one is approximately 8 minutes from the city center. It's very near. It's not for is like 8 minutes with tram. If I drove with a car, it will be more faster. Imagine, guys. So I'm here in the city. So it's a very central place. Now, if you live in a central place, it's very easy access to everything. For example, one of the secret thing that I was able to save at least 10 to 20% of my income, that I was living in the city, so I don't need to buy a car. Car is very expensive, guys, because see here, you work for someone and then you sell your time. And then this earned income, they tax, okay? And then they took also from inflation, okay? And then now you put it in an asset that lose value. Actually, this asset is not your asset. This asset is asset of the bank if you borrow money. So this car loses value. Imagine if you have savings like this, and you put in the car, and it automatically goes down. Plus you take a loan, and it goes down the value. And then now you have so much loan, and the value is so down. And then now you're like inside the, what do you call this? Inside the a hole where you cannot escape. It's like you're looking above there. Oh, how can I escape? But guys, if you don't have any car payment, if you don't have any rental payment, you can see more clearly, guys. You're not there. You're not like stressed. So need to climb every time. Every time you have a payment, you need again to strive so hard. But if you have paid car, if you have paid mortgage, like this apartment, this is fully paid. Now our expenses now is so low, because if you have a mortgage, your expenses is high because you need to pay for the maintenance, you need to pay the bank for the interest, you need to pay some of the loan and other stuffs that comes from owning an apartment. But if you fully paid, now you're thinking only of the maintenance. You're not thinking about the interest rate, because the interest rate also can fluctuate. Like what happened last 2 years and last year, the interest rate goes up, and now people who bought 2 years ago, 3 years ago, that they can afford the apartment, after the interest rate goes up, now their expenses is higher than usual. And then plus inflation. Now instead of you are like you can manage before, now it's like very heavy, because inflation and interest rate, they're very heavy to carry, guys. But if you don't have mortgage payment, and then if you have a savings, and the savings grows, you can breathe. You can now focus on what is much more important. What is much more important? Much important is your purpose. Don't just go to the money. If you go only to the money, you will lose it. But if you go to the purpose, what God intended you to do, and you follow your purpose, the money will come. So for example, me, guys, before I was working 9 to 5 job, even though I work for someone else, I give my best, because I know I'm just there for a moment. So all of my boss, before I quit, they want me to stay there. They want me to be there. But if you are not doing your best, you're just there, like waiting for the time to be done, or you're done working, and then you're just like stealing from them. They don't want you to work there. But for me, guys, they want me to stay. They're like talking to me, What are your plans? Do you get my point, guys? So that's my message for you. Let God guide you. For if you God guide you, you can find opportunity that can lead you to persons that can help you and also can lead you to saving enough money. Because guys, see here. Eh, God in the Bible, God told about the ant. The ant save their food on summer so that when winter comes, they have enough food. So we need to be like that, like the ant. Now you're working, you don't have maybe yet the family, you don't have so much expenses right now. Now is the best time to be able to save like the ant, save in the summer because now is summer. Because when winter comes, for example, if something comes like an accident or huge expenses, you have something to take. But if you don't save for from the summer and winter comes, and then now you don't have food, then now you borrow, then now you become a slave. If you borrow for a credit card, oh, you're like now in a hole. It's very hard to come up from that. But I tell you the truth, if you're able to save and have this system in your mindset, you'll be able to do this automatically. You don't need to think. Now it's in your system. Save 10% or 20%. It will be easier and easier. And then use the rest for your food, for giving, and for other stuff. Okay? I hope you enjoy this video. If you want to see more video, you can watch the next video. And remember to like this video so that it can reach more people. Okay? See you later. Bye-bye.